Hello Taurus, my name is Kristi. I am the Twisted Elemental. I am coming to you today to do your monthly reading for September 2023, where it's kind of like an energetic weather check-in, let's say. We're going to see what energies you're going to be dealing with and working through this month. So let's get started. All right, Taurus, I am calling on Spirit and all my sacred guides to help me discern true and accurate messages for all Taurus placements today. I would like messages of the purest, highest, white light of truth and for the greater good of all. Thank you so much. All right, what are the energies that Taurus is going to be dealing with for this month of September, please? Ooh, Fortune's Wheel. Luck and right timing. This came out for Aries also. What else for Taurus, please? We have Deep Diver, diving into a task, card number 10, and Winter's Dream, gestation period, card 63. Up on the bottom here, card 19, Fallen Angel, spiritual narcolepsy. So we've got two 10s here that talks about beginnings of new cycles, and I do have a 9 here, which is the end of a cycle, the gestation period, Winter's Dream. It talks about a cycle has ended, and you might be in the in-between right now in this cycle, because it's something new is gestating here. We have these new cycles starting. Deep Diver, diving into a task. It's something you're going to be throwing yourself into here, going really deep into it. But we have this spiritual narcolepsy, the fallen angel. Kind of get that this is, I want to say that possibly, Taurus, you've been kind of asleep on your spiritual side, not really attuning yourself on your spiritual side. This might be what this gestation period is, this coming into, diving into a task. It might be this task. We do have Fortune's Wheel here, which talks about luck and right timing. It's telling me that September is the right time for something here. All right, let's get some of these karma cards here and see what's up here. Okay, for Taurus for September 2023. Ooh, look at this. Dreams coming true. Another 9. Let's hear for Taurus, please. Throat chakra. Also a card 5. We have the Fortune's Wheel. Remember, luck and right timing. This is going to be something, some truth you need to speak. You're going to be speaking your truth, I think. We have dreams coming true. Whatever dreams it is that you've been dreaming of that you want to come true. Fortune's Wheel. Something is. We have this. I want to say with the throat chakra and the dreams coming true, Spirit's asking you to speak your dreams out loud so that you can speak them into reality. You're going to be diving into some task that's gestating now. I want to say this is September is your gestation period. With luck and right timing at some point this month, you're diving deep into something. Something that Spirit wants you to speak out loud to make your dreams come true. Speak it into existence. I don't know what this spiritual narcolepsy is. This could have been previous. Let's see if it comes out in the main spread here. All right, Taurus, what we're going to be asking here for this main spread, we're going to be asking, you know, what is going on in September. This is like in your 3D world that's reflecting the energy around you here. And we're asking what your lesson is meant to be from this situation. We're asking what your blessing they're meant to receive once you learn your lesson is. We're going to ask what your challenge to overcome in learning this lesson, and then we're going to ask what the advice from Spirit is. All right, one more, Taurus. All right, Taurus, the all-over energy for this reading is the Hanged Man. This is about you're getting a new perspective on something. Spirit's trying to get you to see something in a different way. This could have to do with the spiritual narcolepsy, not wanting to see something or some truth. I want to say this also has to do with this gestation period. I mean, when you're putting the Hanged Man, it's kind of like a timeout, right? It's a timeout until you see the perspective you're meant to see. The thing about the Hanged Man, there's also, it calls for a sacrifice. The sacrifice typically has to do with your time involved here. And then you need to sacrifice. Once you see the truth of something, you have to sacrifice your old viewpoint. We do have the Tower here. This could be an unwilling sacrifice for you, Taurus. This could be something a viewpoint you do not want to sacrifice. But this person in the Hangman here, they're receiving information from Spirit here. We have the bird. For me, birds are messengers from Spirit. We do have the Tower here in the bottom. This is a lot of water energy. We've got Scorpio and Pisces here. The Tower is, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. The Tower is just a change. It's like something, a foundation, possibly a viewpoint you have or a way of thinking has to come crashing down because it's faulty. And it has to because that's the only way for the new foundation of the new, better, right thing can be built. Let's find out more here, Taurus. All right, tell me about September for Taurus, please. The World. Wow. This is, cycles are changing here. This is the gestation period. I want to say you've been in it. The change, like, there's always when an old cycle ends and a new cycle begins, there's like a in-between point where you know that the other thing isn't anymore, but you don't know quite what's coming yet. I want to say this is just a gestation period. It's preparing you, like cleansing you for the new cycle to start. Whatever this new cycle is that's going to start, you have all your tools here. Like the Magician card typically has, the ace from each suit. This World card has the ace from each suit. This means you're starting a new cycle, having everything you need. Also, we have one person here, but it's like a twin energy, right? Male and female head on one body. This is telling me this is about union energy. This is union with self, your divine masculine and feminine within coming into union, into balance, which is is the goal for all of us. We have divine feminines and divine masculines. It has nothing to do with your sex whatsoever. You can be a divine feminine in a male body. You can be a divine masculine in a female body. But the ultimate goal is to awaken both sides, right? So that you can integrate your masculine and feminine. Then you easily flow between depending on what you're doing in the world and what energy you need to call on. This is beautiful. Now, I say this is beautiful. This doesn't mean this is easy. I'm sure from this energy, I'm thinking there's probably going to be weird emotions going on for you this month. Maybe even turmoil. I mean, just because if the Tower doesn't have to be a bad thing, just because it's a good thing doesn't mean it doesn't cause anxiety and turmoil, right? All right, tell me about the lesson that Taurus is meant to learn. The Chariot. About how to stably drive your own life forward. The Emperor and the Empress drive the Chariot. The Chariot is charging forward towards victory. This is somebody driving their own life forward, victorious. And I have to say, this is a very balanced energy driving forward. We've got the yin and yang here, the masculine and feminine, right? Very, very balanced energy driving forward. So your lesson is in learning to drive your own life, being in charge of your own life here. All right, tell me about the blessing for Taurus, please. Oh, the Empress. Oh, Taurus, this is just phenomenal. The Empress, divine feminine energy. Like I said, whether you're male or female, this is you coming into your divine feminine energy, or possibly a divine feminine coming towards you. But this is beautiful. The divine feminine energy is just prosperity and happiness and joy. The Empress here, as you can see, she's holding her belly. She's pregnant. That she's the mother. Think of the Mother Nature here, Mother Earth. The Empress births all beautiful things into existence. Yes, people, but also all those other things. The prosperity, the joy, the abundance. This is a beautiful energy. All right, tell me about the challenge Taurus is meant to receive or overcome. 10 of Wands, dropping of burdens. I want to say that whatever the old cycle is here, where you're transitioning right now to a new cycle, the challenge is being dropping the burdens from the previous cycle. What's the advice here for Taurus? Knight of Swords. I can't help but notice that the Gemini twins are riding this Knight of Swords. Your challenge is to speak your truth. I think we are... Yeah, the throat chakra card. Your challenge here is to speak your truth. Your throat chakra has opening, I want to say, in this gestation period. It's like a marinating, getting you ready. Your throat chakra opening. There's things that you need to speak here. All right, let's clarify, Taurus. I'm going to use the Tarot of Oppositions to terrify. I don't know why I said that. To clarify this reading. It doesn't really have uprights and reverses. It's more of positive and negative, dark and light. Have the King of Wands and the negative wanting to come out here. King of Wands and the negative is not a great energy. It's somebody who can be manipulative, a liar. Somebody that can use sex as manipulation. Player energy. Somebody who's not very effective in what they do. I don't know what that has to do with this reading, but if it sounds like somebody you know, then possibly that person has something to do with this reading. If it sounds like something that's gone on inside of you, Taurus, then just take that to note. Also, the King of Wands in the reverse, in the negative, would be somebody not going after their goals. The King of Wands is an action taker. It's someone who's decisive, who knows what they want, and they go get it. In the reverse, that's also somebody who's not doing that. So we do see that your challenge here is taking charge of your own life and taking action towards success, right? That King of Wands in reverse, it doesn't have to mean, like, all those things can be characteristics of the King of Wands in reverse. I'm not calling you those things, Taurus. Please don't think that. But the that one of the meanings of that card in the negative would be not taking passionate action towards controlling your life, towards going what you want, towards the things you have passion for in this life. Also, your lesson here. So I want to say maybe that King of Wands in reverse is the energy that has ended here with this world. All right, tell me about the world for Taurus for September 2023. What is this? Oh, I love this. You have the Queen of Wands. I want to say that we just had the King of Wands in reverse, right? This was talking about, not passionately going towards what you want. And I asked what this is, this world, this changes. And it's telling me, yeah, that's right. This is a new cycle of you now going towards what you want. Honestly, I want to say this is a new cycle where you're going to be speaking what you want out loud. This could even be you asking to have your needs met. Or demanding to have your needs met. I mean, whatever it may be. By demanding, I don't mean telling people that that's it or else. I mean that knowing that you cut things out of your life where your needs aren't being met, right? Just standing up for yourself here. Queen of Wands is passionate, is dynamic, is, beautiful, sensual, passionate. Turns heads, like very dynamic and decisive, right? I also have the High Priestess here. This tells me this Queen of Wands is you standing in your power. So we have this Empress energy, and I want to say, like, that fire energy from the Queen of Wands is one of the key pieces for the Empress, right? Also, this High Priestess energy. This tells me that you're going to be using your intuition. You might not... Also, this is our advice here to start speaking, right? Say what you need to say. The High Priestess keeps a lot of secrets, right? Typically, they're universal secrets. They're things that other people might not understand, but there's things you need to say that you haven't been, but you're very intuitive and wise here. With this, the Queen of Wands with the High Priestess, this tells me you're really using your intuition. And that is what's bringing you into your power. I want to say it has to do with this deep dive and possibly the spiritual narcolepsy. I'm thinking that's that King of Wands in the reverse there. The spiritual narcolepsy. But you know things you didn't know before now, right? Tell me about this world, please. They have the Emperor in the reverse, Knight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles in the negative. Taurus, were you under somebody's thumb? Nice. I have the Emperor in the negative with the Nine of Pentacles in the negative. That tells me that previous to this, there was some situation where you did not have independence. The Emperor in the reverse is a nasty energy. That's somebody who misuses their power, somebody who's a tyrant, somebody who has serious control issues, somebody who's also ineffective. The Emperor in reverse is somebody who's not driving their own life forward. They're somebody who's stuck in loops. But I don't feel, use your discernment here, Taurus. I don't feel like this was you. I think this was an energy you were dealing with. You were not independent of something here with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Your finances in previously or, currently could have been really affected here. We do have luck and right timing with Fortune's Wheel. I think that is changing if that is the case. Because we see you here also with the Knight of Wands on the upright. This tells me the Knight of Wands are transition, or Knights are transitional energy. This is a transition with the World here. The Knight of Wands is somebody who's an action taker. All wand things are action takers, right? The Knight of Wands goes passionately towards what they want, right? I think that you have had recently more awakening going on. Really brought you into your intuition, and you've seen some things and you see how to get your power. You were stuck in something in the past here, but that is ending because like have your challenge is dropping this burden. So the burdens to be dropped here is this nonsense. And passionately go forward towards what you know you want. Driving your own life. All right, let's find out about your lesson here. I think also, like in this awakening, we're talking the Hangman is your new perspective. Also, with this High Priestess, you're getting a new perspective because you're getting downloads from Spirit. Your intuition is super high right now. And you're seeing things that maybe you didn't see in this situation before. You're gaining clarity. All right, tell me about this Chariot. What's the lesson for Taurus? To use your intuition. I have the Two of Swords here, right? Isn't the Two of Swords? You can see she's blindfolded and she's sitting in front of the sword under the moon, right? She's blindfolded so that she can inhibit her other senses, or inhibit that sense so she can enhance her intuition. She can use her other senses. You can see she's under the moon here, which speaks of divine feminine. It's a very intuitive watery energy. So she's learning here, and I say she, I don't care if you're male or female. It's a female on the card. I say she is learning how to make good decisions for herself, by herself, using her higher intuitive process here. That is how you drive your life forward. Now, I have the Nine of Swords in the negative here. This is like anxiety, sleepless nights, replaying conversations, just like really going through it with this Nine of Swords, which prevents, like, this Nine of Swords means a very noisy head, right? When you have a noisy head, you can't make intuitive decisions because you can't hear your higher self. This is like, I want to say, possibly even your lesson is learning ways to quiet the noise so that you can drive your life forward more easily. Possibly meditation, something like that. Tell me more about this Chariot. I have the Nine of Cups in the negative. Nine of Cups in the negative is like somebody who's smug. Can be somebody who drinks too much. It's not wish fulfillment. It's like feeling very feeling very unfulfilled. Like whatever emotionally is going on for you is not joyful. It's unfulfilling. I had a card fall out over here. It's the Eight of Swords in the positive here. Like getting out of your head. Oh, okay. Getting out of your head about past romances gone bad. Or past unhappinesses or whatever this is. This is not being stuck in a prison anymore. Like being stuck in a prison of whatever this energy is. If it is drinking, if it is smugness, if it is, heartbreak or bad romances, it's not being stuck in that. When you can really make a good decision for yourself and drive your life forward. This Chariot is driving away from this energy because it's been unstuck. So your lesson is learning how to calm your mind so you can hear your higher self and unstuck yourself from replaying old conversations, from replaying old romances, from replaying anything from the past. That is the burden. The replaying of the old lessons. You learned the lesson. You need to be able to trust that you can go forward now. And take the lessons with you. Leave the pain behind. All right, well, tell me about this blessing, this Empress for Taurus, please. Come on, baby. Come on down. Good girl. That's my dog, Miss Cleo. I have Justice in the negative. With the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is in the upright. If there's a soulmate situation or a love relationship that is what all this is here, that you feel like you have not received justice from, Spirit is asking, part of your blessing here is when you release this inability to communicate with your higher self, and this past, when you accept your intuition about this past stuff, this releasing of this is part of how you transmute the energy into becoming the Empress here. Something about something that was unjust or untruthful. Possibly about a relationship or a love situation or some partnership. Is that something is what transports you into this Empress energy. Tell me more. I have the Sun and the Five of Pentacles in the negative. Oh. The Sun is happiness and illumination, but it came out with the Five of Pentacles. This tells me this is about illuminating something, about feeling out in the cold on something you feel is unjust. And I want to say that this is about understanding that if you were rejected or however this happened, it wasn't about you. If you were rejected, it's about the other person, not you. But I want to say this is one of those, rejection is God's protection, right? Whatever you feel you're out in the cold from here that is unjust, there's a reason for it. You're being protected. This is being illuminated for you. This is the new perspective. Understanding this perspective and that you are being protected transports you into this Empress energy. Wow. All right, tell me about this Ten of Wands, the challenge for Taurus to overcome here. This person looks like she's sacrificing herself here. Right? We have a lamb here, or whatever this is, over on the ground, and she's the one in the pyre. She looks like she's sacrificing herself. That has to stop. Some burden, like not sacrificing yourself for others, or like there's some need, feeling like you need to do that. That's a challenge to overcome here. What is this Ten of Wands, please? Being called over here. What's this Ten of Wands here, please? What is this about? Family, home, commitment. And I got another on the bottom here. We've got rebirth and winter. Winter's dream. So there's some burden within a family, a home, or a commitment here that is your challenge. Tell me more about this, please. We have the Seven of Cups in the positive, Five of Cups in the negative, King of Swords in the positive. Interesting. So we have, this is some very painful situation that has to do with a commitment, home, and family here. Very, lots of regret, possibly sadness, certainly being stuck in the heartbreak, right? It's a huge burden. We have the Seven of Cups here that this is like having a lot of options, but not being confused about it, like knowing what you want to go do. And then we have the King of Swords here. Everything's coming up with a really good plan and going for it and being truthful about it. We have the Knight of Swords as your advice here, speaking some truth. The King of Swords is somebody who definitely speaks their truth, stands in their integrity, has a plan, a good, smart, savvy business mind. This is somebody who, they know what their heart is telling them, they know what their heart feels, but they make logical decisions for themselves. They don't get pinged by their emotions, right? They feel the emotions and they respect the emotions, but they still use their logical mind for things. Very intelligent person here. Knowing what it is that they want. Like they know what their option is and what the good option is and going towards it. But this is a challenge for you. I want to say speaking, because your advice here is to speak. And if this King of Wands is coming in the challenge, speaking your truth about what it is you really want is a challenge for you. There's this stuck in the sadness here. Something about this, again, family, home, or commitment. This is the burden you need to drop. That's your challenge into driving your life forward here. Moving the wheel, or the world, having the new cycle, which drives you into your Empress energy. This depends on you getting your new perspective here. And sacrificing the heartbreak, sacrificing the, oh, so this makes sense too. This Emperor in the negative could be a parent, could be a father figure. Could even be a spouse. It's some sort of authority figure. Somebody, and like I said here, it was like somebody had you under their thumb somehow. This is seeing this in a new way, is the sacrifice this. Like, if that was what it was, you don't have to be afraid to lose this, because you're not losing You're not losing. You're only going to gain better things. All right, tell me about this Knight of Swords and the advice here for Taurus. Temperance. Temperance in the upright. This is beautiful. What else? I had a flipper here. Three of Swords in the negative. That's like a lot of heartbreak. So I have Temperance with the Three of Swords in the reverse here. There's something here about speaking your truth is going to help balance your broken heart. Possibly even speaking about your broken heart. Temperance is the alchemy of emotion. It's balancing the emotions. It's like taking, it can be a union card too. It can be about taking two people's emotions and mixing them together and alchemizing them, and it balances them out. It's a beautiful card. There's something about this speaking that needs to happen here. Whatever it is you need to say, whoever this needs to be to, whether this is to a community or if it's to another person, I don't know. I mean, you're all on different, you all have different things going on. But whatever this is, alchemizes your emotions. It balances your emotions. It heals you to speak about this. It heals this broken heart. I have the Page of Wands and the negative under there. The Three of Cups. Nine of Cups. Something about going after what you want, for sure. Page of Wands in the reverse is kind of, not an action taker. It's somebody who's not going after their goals, who's not taking steps forward, who's being kind of ambivalent or lazy, not speaking their truth. I think your advice is to speak your truth, how you feel, whether this is to a community, whether this is to a parent, a spouse, to a boss, to whoever this is. You're speaking your truth about your heartbreak here is healing for you. I do want to get a card. Can you tell me about this Hangman? Death. That's an awakening. The Hangman with death for me, that's kind of an awakening. Or that's this, the new perspective is on some ending that you've had. Because you see, in this card with death, the sun is rising here. You see that? The sun is the happiest card in the deck. The death is transformation. It's an ending for sure. So you're being asked to get a new perspective on something that has ended in your life, right? But this new perspective, this ending is beautiful because it brings the new day. It's a transformation to something better for you. The old has to end so the new can begin. That's this here, the world. You're in this gestation period, which is hard because sometimes when you know something's ended but something new hasn't come, it's confusing and you might think they're still in the same cycle. You're not. It's a gestation period, Taurus. All right, Taurus, I'm going to ask if this has held any value for you. Please, if you could give it a thumbs up for me. It helps the algorithm and allows me to continue putting content out for you. I'm sending you so much light and love. I want you to remember to stay blessed and to always, always, always love yourself first, Taurus. Thank you so much.